Hello from the Oyster Bar on Navy Boulevard, located in the beautiful Pensacola, Florida. Today we are doing a dish on bull shrimp, one of my favorites. We are using some large shrimp, 21-25 count. They are a white shrimp. It's a great shrimp to use. You get very little shrinkage. With the bull shrimp, we're going to do a tomato and orange cocktail sauce, very simple. Using some ingredients that you have around the house or you can get. So we have a wonderful show today, so let's get started. Okay, I like using Zatarain's product. It's a product that I'm familiar with. It's a product that a lot of the consumers are familiar with. It's something you can go to the store and buy. It's a good product. First, I use the bowl in the bag pack. It has a variety of peppercorns, cloves, bay leaves, other dried vegetables that are very good. I'd say about 2 pounds of shrimp is what we're going to do today. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Okay? There we go. And this is where all the magic happens. Okay. Okay, along with the bowl in the bag, the seasoning, you want to put some oil in there. What does oil do? Well, I'll tell you. Oil actually prevents the shells of the shrimp from sticking. Well, that's important because when you peel these things, you want to really suck them down. And we're going to get to that just a little later. So, if you're going to ask for measurements, I'm going to say about 3 tablespoons. I like using square bottles because it prevents you from using too much. So we're going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3. Okay, crank our heat up. We're going to fire it up now. Okay, getting back to the shrimp. Now that we've got our water done, you want to salt the water. Okay, you've got your oil for the non-stick from the shells. You've got your seasoned pouch. Let's do salt. Salt brings all the seasoning ingredients together. Okay, we're going to use 3 teaspoons. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3. And the secret of my cooking is my exact measurement. So we're not going to be afraid with a little salt. It's a lot of water here. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Okay, now we add the shrimp. This is the most important part. Oh yes, lovely, right in there. I'm going to move this there. Okay. Okay, so now that the shrimp are in the water, it takes about 4 minutes, and my producer says I need 3 minutes, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you 3 minutes on these bull shrimp, and yes, they're going to be very done. So now we're going to get to the sauce. We're going to start by using ketchup, the same ketchup you have in your refrigerator. We're going to put about 1.25 cups in there. Why? Because that's how much I got measured out. Okay. The thing about cooking is it has to be fun. If it's not fun, what do we have? It's just the opposite of. Okay. Horseradish is another key ingredient to cocktail sauce. I'm going to say it really depends on your palate, how hot you want it. Okay. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. Very good stuff. Okay. A little Worcestershire, again, it's one of those things that has a lot of flavor. It's what makes it distinctive in taste. 2 teaspoons. Okay. I use parsley in everything. Why? Because it's attention to detail. It's like that. If you like a little more, throw it. It offsets the red. Okay. Now we're going to use the zest of oranges, which I've already done. Getting into the zest, what is a zester? This is an orange that has been, well, it's not an orange, it's actually orange zest, and this is what I use to zest the orange. And you just scrape it over the orange and it produces little strings. It releases a lot of citrus flavor. We're going to actually mix that up in there. Okay. Last but not least, we're going to use a juice of a little lemon and a lime. Okay. Checking our shrimp, they're looking good. We're going to crank up the heat to setting it on fire. And like I said, don't be afraid of getting your hands dirty. That's the fun part of cooking. So you squeeze and watch the eyes because you don't want to get it in your eye. It's very painful. Trust me, I've done it. Okay, my hidden trash can that you can't see as a viewer. A little squeeze. Okay, we're looking good here. Now we're going to take a whisk, a spoon, whatever you have. Don't want to pull out anything fancy, but it's it's what Andy has given me to use to mix this dish. So Andy being a buddy of mine, I'm going to use it. We're just using the whisk slowly, and we're going to mix all those ingredients together. Okay, and there you have an orange tomato cocktail. Again, with being white shrimp, they're not going to be traditionally so orange that you can't, that they look underdone. So, okay, these, just feeling them, you can tell they're perfect. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to finish the dish without burning yourself. You would think after 17 years in the industry that I would grab towels. I like pain. Okay, draining the shrimp like so, which are beautiful. We're gonna bring over to this beautiful platter. So, here we go. Yummy. Putting this back, turning your fire off. Oh, that smells incredible. We're gonna taste that in just a second. Okay, using a spoon, we're gonna take some of the tomato cocktail. We're just gonna put it right on the dish, like so. Okay, let's have this over here. And I think we should taste it. I think it's time to finish this dish. So, we're gonna take a couple peels off. Again, hidden trash can. And let's taste it. Bon appetit, very good. That's it. Okay, and for my next dish, we're going to do a shrimp pastry. We're going to prepare the shrimp by sauteing in a pan. I want to talk about some products here. The pastry has been pre-cooked along with the sun-dried tomatoes, the feta cheese, the Kalamata olives, the artichokes, and of course the salt, pepper, and parsley, which is a basic seasoning group that I use. These products were purchased at Yachty's, and it's something that you can get down there as well. If you can follow instructions on the back of the box on the pastry, it's that simple. So, getting straight to the dish, I'm going to show you how we butterfly and peel. This is the finished product. Of course, I'm going to peel this for you. Where just take the legs off, holding it by the tail, and pretty much all the shell comes off. You've got a nice clean shrimp. I like to take a small knife and split it from head to tail. It's going to let you pull out all the undesirables and try not to throw them on the table. But of course, you know, you're cooking in your house, so it's going to happen. It's part of the thing we do in the kitchen. My hidden garbage can down there. We're going to start. I'm actually going to use the oil that's in the sun-dried tomatoes because it has an infused flavor, which is going to be good. So, pouring them over the shrimp. I'm going to let them marinate just for a few seconds. What's critical is garlic. Garlic is a good thing. You want to use fresh garlic for this dish. I use fresh garlic in everything. I got to be honest with you. I love it. It's up to you, again, with the desired amount. If you want it really garlicky and you want to run off your kids or your neighbors, you can do that. My wife is used to me eating lots of garlic, so she is not afraid anymore. So, okay, so we've got our garlic. We're going to turn on this pan on high. We're actually going to wait a couple seconds and let that get a little hot. Then we're going to put a little more oil, because I like to start off with an oil in the pan first because it's a flavor profile that I'm looking for. I take the garlic, and like I said, it doesn't have to be minced, and throw it down in the pan. That's going to give you a key on how hot your pan is. When it starts to make a noise and you're almost there. Now this is ideal. This is ready to cook. And right now, if you were here, you would smell the sun-dried tomato, the Mediterranean influence in this dish. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna, this is a phrase I use, kicking the fish around, or kicking the seafood around. In this case, shrimp. Okay. We're gonna, at this point, because we've got lots of temperature, we're gonna go ahead with the ingredients. A little sun-dried tomato. Artichoke. Kalamata olives, and this is gonna be beautiful. Adjust the flavor by a little salt, a little pepper. Of course, your palate's going to require different seasoning profiles. Hear that sound? I love that. All right, not to splash the camera, guys, but we got it cooking here, okay? Getting back to the pastry. We're basically going to serve the shrimp and all the ingredients around the pastry. The center will be pulled out, which is still very warm. Okay, and we're going to start plating here momentarily. I want to make sure the shrimp are done because I'm going to be tasting the shrimp. It needs to be. We're almost there. Doesn't that look beautiful? You've got a lot of flavor. It's a fusion of many different flavors, the tomatoes, the olives. To finish the dish, when the shrimp are just about done, we're going to take some feta cheese and put it in there. With the oil, it's going to make a sauce, and the pastries is going to soak it up. The Greeks were famous for using this kind of combination, so we're going to follow their lead. Okay, shrimp are almost done. They're getting that white color to them. Flipping them one more time. Really has a lot of flavor. Andy, you're going to love this dish. Okay, I'm going to crumble it up a little bit. Oh yes, oh my goodness gracious. Yummy stuff. This is looks good. Now that looks really good. Okay, so now we've got flavor. I like a little more color. I'm really fanatical about offsetting everything. Okay, so here we have a sauteed shrimp, Grecian style, served in a pastry. We're going to place the shrimp around because they should be able to stand up if I can get them. My tong skills are good enough. Okay. If they fall over, so be it. Again, like I said, you see the ingredients here. We're going to take the finished product and just sit it right in the center. Really simple. It looks very complex, but again, this is something you can do by getting the right ingredients in the right place. And you have a Grecian style shrimp pastry. That's it. And for the next dish, we're going to do a lemon caper shrimp dish. It's a two-part cooking process. We bake the shrimp in the oven. We make a sauce on the stove. And we're going to go ahead and start on the dish. Take lemon pepper, and it's hot in here, so I'm going to grab my cook's towel. And we won't use this to grab any food with. Lemon pepper, again, the citrus seasoning, it works with cleansing the shellfish. I'm going to heavily season. Don't be afraid of season. The season is what makes everything wonderful. Okay, kind of mix around the season with the shrimp, the juice, and the lemon pepper is going to blend together. We're going to take the shrimp, which looks like this, which is very nice. A little parsley for color again. Moving it around, setting on the hot skillet. I'm going to cook this about 500 degrees. Second towel. Woo! Again, very hot. We go to our sauce. We turn the flame on high because we like cooking with fire. Okay? Lemon caper shrimp. We start with capers. Very nice, very pungent in flavor. The cheese that I'm going to use is a blue cheese. It's not a typical cheese to use in the sauce, but you know, it really depends on what you want to do as the person in the kitchen. You know, when we cook at home, sometimes you don't have those ingredients that you need specifically. So today we're going to use the blue cheese. I think it's going to turn out very good. Getting back to the capers are starting to heat up. You can see the action in the pan, another cooking term. You can smell, well, you can't smell, but the camera guys can, the aroma of the capers. It has a nice citrusy, lemony scent to it. And when you hear that sound, it's ready to go. We're going to take the heavy cream. We're going to add it to this dish. Now, this is a simple dish. When the cream froths, and when I mean froth, I mean like little bowls in a pan, it's ready for the cheese. Again, the capers are green. It's not going to be enough color for Big Dave, so we're going to throw a little parsley in there. Why? Because we can. Okay, it's cooking quite nicely. This will get about 1/4 of an inch out of the pan. It will froth up that high. That's how you know that the cream is ready to have the cheese placed in. It starts on the side. This will go straight to the center of the pan, and that's when I'm going to add the cheese. Now, the cheese that we bought has some ingredients in it as well. It has like some basil, some crushed red pepper, some peppercorns. Okay? Okay, and to finish the sauce, we're going to add the cheese. Cheese actually helps the sauce to thicken. Give it a little swirl, kick it around in the pan. Okay, we're going to get the shrimp out. The shrimp should be done. And they are. And boy, are they hot. Woo! Aye. That's beautiful. We're going to bring these over. Be careful not to burn yourself at home, kiddies. That's the shrimp. Very nice. Love that. We grab our tongs. The sauce is done. We turn that off. We lay out the shrimp for presentation. Any? Oh, it's really, really good. Okay. Finish the sauce. Grabbing the old towel. Okay. There we go, and the sauce is done over the leeks, which are there, which have been pre-wilted. The lemon caper shrimp, and the dish is finished. Okay, and for my next dish, we're going to do some traditional fried shrimp using the 21-25 count, which are large, meaning 21 to 25 per pound. Using the Louisiana shrimp fry mix, a good brand I've used and know, grown to love, so we're going to use in this dish. Again, I'm using the egg wash for this because I want the batter to stick. So I'm just going to pour the batter because I'm not going to take the time to dip each individual shrimp because, you know, when you're cooking at home, do you really dip every one? No, you just throw them in there. So here we go. Before I get into the dish, not to get ahead of myself, we will be doing a cocktail sauce, but a non-traditional. It's a wasabi-based cocktail sauce with some sesame seeds that are white. Wasabi is the powder. That's a Japanese horseradish. And then some traditional seasonings, the Worcestershire, the salt, the pepper, and the ketchup. At this point, we're going to start the dish. Okay, don't be afraid to get your hands messy. Coat the shrimp. Put them right in here. Make sure your grease is hot, and mine is very hot. We're tossing the shrimp. Get both hands in there. What the heck? We love getting messy. Okay. All right, so we got the shrimp cooking, not the fish. We're gonna make the cocktail sauce here, and it's gonna take about 45 seconds. Okay. You do want to make sure that your shrimp don't stick together when you put them in like I did. But again, at your house, you can do whatever you'd like. Okay, moving aside these ingredients. We're going to use about 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. We're going to use about a half a teaspoon of wasabi. Pinch of salt. Turning my flame off because shrimp do not take but maybe 45 to 60 seconds. And we're going to mix. A real quick, easy dish. A little sesame seeds for color, which really make it contrast to what you're fixing to serve. Okay. Now maybe I should do it this way to make it easier. Okay. Again, real simple, quick, easy dish to do. Took less than 4 minutes. We're going to pull out the shrimp to finish the dish. Try not to splash. We use the extra virgin olive oil because it fries up a better product, but use the traditional meal. Okay. This concludes this dish on the fried shrimp with the wasabi cocktail. Okay, and for my next dish, we're going to do a grilled shrimp over pasta. We're going to use bow tie pasta. We've used a variety of vegetables and fruits to get some different contrasting flavors. Some shredded Parmesan cheese, some parsley, some white sesame seeds, and some pepper flake, and then some blackening seasoning, okay? So we're going to start making the dish. We're going to start by adding the extra virgin olive oil, just a little bit, about 2 tablespoons in the dish. Add our pasta. Get the tongs. Real simple dish you can do at home with the ingredients out of your refrigerator. Okay, add the mixture to that. You want to add a little bit of cheese, of course, you know, again, whatever you want to do. If you like a lot of cheese, add a lot of cheese. If you don't, then don't. Got to have the parsley. And we're using the white pepper, the white sesame seeds, and pepper flake to season the pasta. Okay, we're going to give it a toss. And again, if it doesn't coat properly, or enough or smooth enough, then you can add more oil at this time. Again, and I'm going to add more oil. Okay. Tossing the pasta, seeing how everything's mixing. Okay, we're going to put on the platter. Very colorful, looks very yummy. Okay, and this time we're ready for the shrimp. The shrimp we're going to grill. I want some red flavor, red seasoning to bring out the color of the shrimp. So we take some blackening. Don't be afraid to make a mess. Using some of the crushed pepper flakes and white sesame seeds, some parsley, a little oil to coat, using your same tongs. And now we are ready to grill the shrimp. Okay, we've moved to the grill area of the restaurant, and we're going to finish the dish by placing the shrimp on the grill. And the shrimp are going to take about 3.5 minutes to cook. The shrimp smell wonderful. They are done. We're going to take them off the grill and finish the pasta dish. So let's do that now. God, I wish you could be here to smell this. It's incredible. We're just going to place the shrimp around the dish, like so. That looks wonderful. Smells incredible. And this is how we finish the dish. Okay, for my next dish, we're going to do a roasted vegetable shrimp salad, and we're going to go over the ingredients involved. This is a nice, colorful dish. It's very healthy. Healthy meaning that it has a lot of vegetables, high in beta carotenes, vitamins and such, which is good for the people that are looking to look for the item that's on the lighter side. I've pre-mixed the vegetables, and what we have here is fresh spinach, red and gold bell peppers, some quartered mushrooms, some artichokes, some roasted garlic, a little feta cheese. What salad would be finished without cheese? And I've drizzled some extra virgin olive oil over it. And what we'll do is we will saute this with the shrimp and top it over the salad. And then using a champagne vinegar and oil, we'll make the dressing. So we're going to get busy with the dish. We're going to turn our burner on high, add a little of the oil to the pan, grab all my wonderful shrimp. It's only going to take a few seconds for the pan to get heated up. Clean off my cutting board here, which is a nice cutting board, which can be bought at Joe Patti's, Amanjati's. Stretching over here out of camera, grabbing my parsley because I'd be lost without it. It just looks so much better. Don't you agree? Andy agrees. Okay, a little salt. You can hear the oil getting hotter, the shrimp are cooking. Andy and Laura's got a smile on their face, they love it. We've had a lot of fun cooking these dishes today. Okay. Got my tongs here. We're going to turn the shrimp, making sure they cook evenly. That helps with the speed of getting them done quick, and that they look very beautiful. Okay, when the shrimp are done, we're going to add the vegetables to the pan. The shrimp are almost done, so at this time we're going to actually add some of the vegetables. I'm not going to use all these because it's a lot. I'm going to keep the two ingredients separate only because it's going to make it easier for me to get it out of the pan. And I'll show you what I mean when I finish the dish. Okay. A lot of color, looks beautiful. Okay. Shrimp are coming over quite nicely. You know what? I think I'm going to change my mind. I think I am going to mix up the shrimp. Why? Because we can do this. This is just like cooking in your household. So we're going to mix the shrimp up this time. Okay. The great thing about this dish is as it sautés down, all the flavor comes out. It mixes with the shrimp, gives a nice flavor a good base to the salad. The salad portion is a mixture of mesclun greens, which is in other terms called spring mix. Nothing fancy, it sounds fancy. It's a mixture of 5 lettuces, and I'm gonna see if I can name them. It's red oak, it's frisee, it's radicchio, it's baby spinach, and it looks like baby romaine. I may be wrong on that, don't quote me. There's a few blends of the lettuce, and it's just something that's become quite popular from the West Coast. So again, living in the Gulf Coast, it's something we use because it's nice and colorful, and it has a very earthy taste to it. Okay, we're about 40 seconds, 30 seconds from finishing this dish. At this point, instead of actually drizzling the oil and vinegar over the dish, I'm actually going to use the vinegar in the pan. The oil's already there, so it just makes sense to finish the dressing right there. And again, it just doesn't take very much of this. The vinegar kind of cleanses all the flavors, and then the champagne flavor adds a little depth to the dressing itself. Okay. Wish you could smell this. Okay, we're going to finish the salad now. Come across. Last time I messed up, see? Okay. It's important for the camera angle that we have good shots of the food. Okay, we're going to pick out the shrimp. Kind of place them around. See if I can find you. Come out wherever you are. Okay, there you go. Okay. That looks very nice, doesn't it? And of course, we're going to take it and we're going to lay it. That's a lot of color there, but it's a fun dish. It's very, very, very tasty. That is simple. That is how you do a roasted vegetable and shrimp salad. Okay, now that we've finished this dish, I have 2 wines I want to introduce. I have a Gallo Sonoma Chardonnay and a Cane Sauvignon Blanc. These wines go with the dishes we've prepared this evening. With the Chardonnay's a little buttery. The Sauvignon Blanc has a little citrus flavor and low acid to go with these dishes. Hope you've enjoyed them. I'm Chef Big Day.